Hey guys, welcome back to another video. Where today guys, we are back on One Piece Bounty Rush to bring you guys another gameplay video. Where today guys, I'm going to be giving you guys gameplay on my 6-star Battle of Monsters on Onigashima, Kid and Law. So as you guys saw in the beginning clip, I did frag these guys up to 6-star because I believe it was worth it because these guys are supposedly the best runner in the entire game. And they are my second favorite EX, mainly because of Law carrying that title. But I like Kid too. They're both relatively great characters, but Law is my favorite character though. So again, these guys are the best runner in the game because, well, it's pretty obvious. These guys have the ability to stack defense so they can be very tanky. They can ignore the enemies and capture the treasure, along with resisting stagger and being down when capturing. Overall, these guys are very, very powerful, and let's not forget the fact that they have 2 health bars. So if you play these guys correctly, you can become an unstoppable force. I say like the only character you have to worry about when they're 6-star is Gear 5, because Film Red Shanks and other characters like that can't really kill you if you play right. So yeah though guys, let's move on to the metal skills and traits so that way we know what these guys are capable of and dominate League. So for metal skills, I'm going to be running Kid and Law metal, Conga metal, and 3 Captain Law metal. Provides me some skill 1 cooldown reduction speed, dodge cooldown, capture speed, some extra stats right here. When we are losing, I increase my damage by 10%. When my allies are not near the treasure that I'm at, I reduce the damage I take by 7%. When I capture a treasure, I get a skill 1 cooldown by 8%, along with HP recovery by 5%. And I also increase my capture speed when my HP is above 70%. So it's a pretty good metal set. Character boost is fully boost too. Alright, let's move on to skills. Alright, Kid skills. Skill 1, Punk Vice. This is a long-range multi-hitting area attack with a knockback effect. This attack will ignore defense stacks, so if you fighting a defender or a character that relies on defense stacks, you can use this to bypass that and hit their HP directly. This skill has a 48-second cooldown, but don't worry though, with Kid has this trait to where if he's attacking someone who's perimeter boosted, he reduces the cooldown of his skill 1. So pretty much, if you want to get your skill 1 back, just fight other perimeter boosted units like Kid and Law, Shanks and whatnot, and you can get your skill 1 back pretty easily. This skill also turns you invincible, so don't forget that. Alright, skill 2, Gang Punk. This is a long-range area attack with a knockback effect. This thing nullifies stagger obviously, and along with a knockback effect, this thing reduces the attack power of your enemies by 20% per 20 seconds. And this thing has a measly short 26-second cooldown. You're going to be using this skill to heal Kid back up if he's ever low the health, because these guys have a trait to heal off skill 2 up to a certain percentage. So yeah though, this skill hits pretty hard as well, so you can possibly one-shot people with it, maybe. Just maybe, or get them down to low health. Alright, let's move on to Law skills. Alright, skill 1, Gamma Knife. This is supposedly a teleporting skill pretty much. It's your run-of-the-mill teleporting skill. You know, move to the enemies at long range. This skill also reduces the enemy's defense by 20% per 20 seconds. And as well as having a very short cooldown of 18 seconds. So you can kind of spam this skill. It doesn't necessarily hit hard, so don't rely on it for damage. But like I said, it has a very short cooldown, so you can spam it. Alright, skill 2, Puncture Willy. This is a mid-range area attack that will ignore damage reduction. So if you're fighting a defender that relies on damage reduction, use this skill and it will just bypass that entirely. So as you guys can see, these two just have... Oh, my phone fell down, sorry. These guys have both ways of just killing a defender by bypassing their defense or damage reduction. And the cool thing about this skill is that it can go through walls. So like this thing goes vertical. So like if you're like on the Onigashima bridge, it can go through that and whatnot, and other things like that, like Barati Day or Night, either one. This skill also turns Law invincible. So these guys have 2 invincibility skills, which is nuts. And this skill has a 39-second cooldown. It's pretty good. Alright, let's move on to traits. Kid's traits. When attacking an enemy who is perimeter boosted, increase your damage by 30% per... Oh wait, no, just increase your damage by 30% and get a skill 1 cooldown by 5% per each hit. So, like I said, if you hit the enemy with kids normals, like if you go with like the whole normal attack, you get your skill 1 back instantly, which is nuts. You know, it's kind of wild how fast you can get skill 1 back. When attacked by someone who is parameter boosted, you reduce the damage you take by 30%. You know, it's a pretty typical trait to have for characters. But for a runner, I think it's pretty good. Law traits. When attacking an enemy, a 50% chance to inflict anti-heal for 15 seconds. So it's a pretty good trait, you know. I think mostly every single law has this. Well, besides the Dressrosa law. But yeah, though, you know, you guys know what anti-heal does. It just prevents enemies from being able to heal. Definitely the most annoying status effect in the entire game because everybody relies on healing in this game. So being able to get rid of that is very crucial. When your HP is more than 50%, you remove and nullify status effects inflicted by enemies, and you get a skill 2 cooldown reduction speed by 50%. So you can get your skill 2 back relatively fast. I think it's like a 39-second cooldown. So you could probably get it back in 14 to 16 seconds, around there. So yeah, it has a very short cooldown if you can just keep lost HP above a certain amount. Alright, that's it. Alright, character traits. When you hold down the skill attack button during the first hit of your normal attack, the second hit switches the character after performing the attack. In other words, if you hold down the normal attack button, you switch characters. That's what it's saying, pretty much. You can ignore the enemy and capture the treasure. You know, it's a trait that Big Mom has, and it's annoying. I hate this trait personally. I don't like it. It just removes the whole purpose of defenders entirely. I might be biased on that, though, because I'm a defender main, so I kind of hate to see this trait. Alright, trait 1. When your HP is more than 70%, boost capture speed by 50% and reduce damage speed by 30%. It's a pretty good trait, you know, to have. These guys have more damage reduction, more capture speed, you know, pretty good. When you are capturing the treasure, resist stagger and being down. So yeah, as if these guys being able to capture treasure wasn't annoying enough, they resist being staggered and being down. So in order to knock these guys off the flag, you have to use a knockback effect. Pretty much. I would say you can use a status effect too, but only do that if you're a kid. You can do it against law too, but you have to get them below a certain amount. When attacking an enemy, 100% chance to increase your defense by 3% up to 50%. So here's a little advice for you. If you want to max out your defense stacks, use Kid. Kid hits so many times more than Law, so definitely use him. If you use Kid's normals, I think they hit around like 9 times. So if you do like 2 full rounds of his normal attack, you get his defense stacks right there on the spot. So be sure to do that. Make sure to use Kid to get your maxed out defense stacks. Alright, trait 2. This trait, I freaking hate this trait. When dealing damage to enemies with 70% more of their max HP remaining, increase the cooldown time of the enemy's dodge by 50%. So in other words, land a free skill. Oh, what's that? You need to land a skill? Well, don't worry. Just hit them twice and do it into a skill, and it'll be a guaranteed hit. You know, something so annoying like that exists. When attacking an enemy with skill 2, 70% recovery of the damage given, up to 15k health. So in other words, if you use skill 2, these guys will heal depending on how much damage you did. So like if you did like 7k damage, they'll heal 7k damage, and so on and so forth and whatnot. And finally, the trait that pretty much is the counter to Film Shanks. When your HP is reduced, boost your defense by 70% for 10 seconds, and you also heal 15% HP. So in other words, every time Shanks shaves off your health, you become tanky and along with healing. So in other words, he can't kill you pretty much, unless his teleport. Like the only time a Film Red Shanks that really ever killed me is with that teleport. If you can dodge that teleport, you can easily win against Film Red Shanks. But that's pretty much it for these guys, you know. Again, I think they are the best runner in the entire game. That's my opinion. And yeah, that's pretty much it for their skills and traits. We're gonna go on the league. I got 3, maybe 4 gameplays for you guys. So I hope you all do enjoy them. If you do, make sure you smash the like button, subscribe, and turn on notifications. And I'll of course see you guys in the next video.
ちをかけるぞ。行くよ。ダムのパンク。貴様ら戦争でもしに来たの。見せてやるよ。作戦に挑んでもサイレンそうでもしに来たのか。ビビってんのか。サイレント。今だ。受け取れ。おとぎになればよし。始めよ。暴力の世界。行くよ。ダムのパンク。追い打ちをかけるぞ。めんどくせえ。どうやってか。邪魔しに来たのか。一時透明進行。俺と一緒に世界をひっくり返さねえか。てやるよ。パンダムのパンク。これで終わりだ。追い打ちをかけるぞ。俺の力を見せてやるよ。サイレント。サイレン
嫌な感じ。私弱いと思われてる。つけちゃうしかないか。
俺の力を見せてやるよ。ダムのパンク。 俺の攻撃が一番効いてただろ。格下を下がってる。邪魔しに来たのか。
一時透明追加。
俺の戦いを眺めてる。俺の力を見せてやるよ。追い打ちをかけるぞ。何だと。サイレントパンクバイダムのパンクだ。鬼切れ待ってやる必要はない。狙いは悪い。
ビビってんのか。隠したい
俺の攻撃が一番効いてただろ。格下を下がってる。邪魔しに来たのか。
一時透明追加。
お前を処刑する。 ちをかけるぞ。追い打ちをかけるぞ。ダムのパンク。
隠したお前が解放しなきゃ。
俺の攻撃が一番効いてただろう。格下を下がってる。